What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live to talk about the upcoming NFL Showdown slate featuring the Vikings and the Bears on Draftkings. So we got an interesting slate on our hands with two teams that are fighting in the same division for a playoff spot. So this is a big game. So we obviously have Dalvin Cook at the very top, which he's 20,400 in the captain spot and on 13,600 in the utility spot. So he's definitely the highest priced guy. Obviously, he's going to get you the touches. He's going to be on the field a ton. If you tell on our snap counts, he was on the field for 66% of the snaps compared to 28% for Alexander Madison, which was basically in garbage time. But here's the interesting part. He's been on a tear, yes, but the Bears have hung with running backs pretty well. They held Derrick Henry under 100 yards at around 68 yards on 21 attempts. So that's pretty good, to say the least. If they can do that again against Dalvin Cook, then that price point of his is not going to pay off. But I'm not that type of guy. I'm playing him in cash. And GPPs, I could see you try to fade him to be different, of course, because we've seen these showdown slates have craziness. So I wouldn't mind Derrick Henry, and not Derrick Henry, my bad. Dalvin Cook in the utility spot, but definitely not in the captain spot because I'm going to save that for a little bit later. Allen Robinson is questionable, but I can see him play. He's expected to play tonight. I basically tried to find out if he's not playing at all. Looks like he's going to play, to say the least. He's basically in a great matchup. So I don't mind Allen Robinson at 10,800, which my captain guy, I'll be able to basically pay up for whoever I want, which we'll talk about later on. So Allen Robinson, I don't mind him in GPPs. In cash, I could see you try to basically stay away from him, but in GPPs, I don't mind him. So Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins seems to like to play the Bears. He likes to basically try to stay in the pocket a little bit more and try to throw deep down the field, but they have Khalil Mack, who is going to get to him, I can imagine. Kirk Cousins is not getting it done, though, because he's going to only pass around 20 attempts. He's not throwing the ball a ton. If you look, he's not going to throw the ball more than 20 attempts, like I was saying. 20 attempts was last game. So 14 attempts at 36. Then we have another 22. We have a 27. He likes to hang around the 20s, which is not going to get it done for me when you can go to Nick Foles, who throws it over 30 times a game. So if I had to pick which QB I like a little bit more, I'll like Nick Foles a little bit more over Kirk Cousins, especially at that price point. But in cash, obviously you play both guys. Adam Thielen. So Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson are the two main receivers on this Vikings team. Justin Jefferson at 60% of the snaps, and then we have Adam Thielen at 86% of the snaps. So we know Adam Thielen is getting the more snaps, yes, but he's not making it as productive as Justin Jefferson has, who is a slightly similar guy to Tyreek Hill, who's a boomer bust basically type of guy. He's way cheaper than Adam Thielen, so I'd much rather get to Justin Jefferson. So like I said, with Nick Foles, he's 9,800. I like him a lot. I think him and Allen Robinson is a good combo if you want to go for that in GPPs. But I'm just basically giving you all my core over here, excluding the quarterbacks. Dan Montgomery is out, which that's a huge piece of news because they're going to have three running backs that they're going to try to run. But there's one that sticks out to me that we'll talk about slightly later once again. Jimmy Graham is coming back to the new form. He's playing a bunch of snaps compared to Cole Kmet, which if we go look, let's bring that up and give me 2 seconds to pull that up. And then we'll look at that basically and see who plays more snaps. So let that load, and then we'll talk about Jimmy Graham. So Jimmy Graham basically has came into recent form. He's looked good. He's looked basically like he's back. So as that's taking forever to load, we're just going to talk about Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney. So Darnell Mooney is a guy who's a rookie who's coming out of nowhere basically and is a young prospect, but I like a ton. We've seen him on the field a ton. If we go look here in our snap counts, basically refresh this so we can get our wide receivers. And we'll see right here, 87% of the snaps compared to the 95% for Allen Robinson. So Darnell Mooney's playing a ton of snaps, and he is starting. And if we go look back at the Jimmy Graham, 65 to 47% of the snaps with Cole Kmet. So Jimmy Graham, we'll take a step back. Jimmy Graham, I like his price, but it's still hard to get to when I have guys around him that I like more. a.k.a. Nick Foles, a.k.a. Daryl Mooney, so on and so forth. Back to Daryl Mooney. Daryl Mooney. Okay, so he has basically a huge upside if Nick Foles can just get him that downfield ball. Nick Foles is not hitting the target and Daryl Mooney a ton downfield, which is just causing him to basically not just have as many fantasy points as he should compared to Nick. If he had a better quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes, to say the least, he could be a rock star. But I like Daryl Mooney a lot. I'm definitely adding him to my core. Ryan Nall is a running back for the Bears, which I know y'all don't know much about him. He's more of a pass-catching guy. He didn't run the ball a lot at Oregon State while he was there. I mean, it's just hard to get to him at that price point. If you see, he only ran 13% of the snaps. So it's hard to get to him when there's another guy that I like all the way down at the bottom that we'll talk about soon. Cordell Patterson, similar story. I just don't like him at 5,200. I don't think he pays that off. I don't think he'll run that many snaps. I mean, I'm just not on the Cordell Patterson sort of thing as running back and receiver type of guy. Now, Anthony Miller is a guy who is a downfield threat that I like a ton. At 4,800, I can see him getting you that long TD. Irv Smith Jr. news is definitely crucial when you have Kyle Rudolph at 3,400, he's the older guy, yes, but he's not getting as many snaps as the guy like Tyler Conklin, who could definitely steal some snaps from Kyle Rudolph. Now, kickers on this slate, I definitely like them a lot based on the over-under of 48. So I think they're definitely going to play a crucial play and to get you the value points that you need down here because there's not a lot of value, guys. Now, the defenses are now priced down, surprisingly, but I'm still just not going to get to them. We have Alexander Madison, Pierce. I'm not getting any of these guys down here other than Tyler Conklin. I could see you hit as a value who's getting you snaps. And the guy all the way down at the bottom, the last and not least guy that I wanted to talk about is Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller is the cheapest guy on the slate, all the way down here at the bottom. He just got activated from the practice squad and is a veteran. He hasn't played since 2018, yes, but I like him a lot. At only 200, and he's only 300 in the captain slot. He's going to get you snaps. He's going to find the end zone. I would definitely love me some Lamar Miller this slate. He's only, again, 300 in the captain slot. $300. That allows you to get to so much more. At $10,450 left to go, the payout for it. You can get you Kirk Cousins, you can get you Adam Thielen, you can get you Nick Foles, you can get you anybody you want with a Lamar Miller captain. I'm loving Lamar Miller at captain. He's going to see snaps. I think the veteran's going to take over this running back field. And the backfield for the Bears, I like Lamar Miller a ton. So hit that like button for me, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps me out a lot, as y'all know. And this is my breakdown of the Draftkings slate for Monday Night Football. I hope everybody has a good rest of their day, and thank you for tuning in. Have a good one, everybody.